Hey everyone, it's Neil here from Post to Post. It's Friday, and that means jersey concepts. And I've got 33 jersey concepts. Not 31, not 32, we got 33. Someone actually did a Seattle regular jersey and then a Seattle alternate. So there's a little bit of a bonus jersey in this one, and a bonus one including Seattle's. Technically, they're a team now, so not every, but most of the videos I do like this will almost certainly have 32 jerseys from now on. So these are done by Lionel. And Lionel, thank you so much for sending these in. I have looked at these and ranked them. I was going to react to them, but I was doing that jersey to come video, basically 20 jerseys that are going to come to the NHL next season. And I had to look ahead, unfortunately, at some of the concepts and pick out a few designs that I was really thinking that we're close. So Lionel's were a couple of those. So I had to look at them. So I've ranked these. We're not reacting to them. And there's 33, so it's gonna be interesting. And there's Seattle gets 2 shots here, so are they gonna crack the top 5? Get it? Crack? That's a bad joke. I'm sorry. We'll see. So if you want to come up with designs like this, you can go to sportstemplates.net. Use code POST2POST. Save yourself 10%. Get this exact template on that site. Come up with your own designs. Send them in for a reaction or a ranking, at least a review video, and have some fun. There's all kinds of other templates on the site as well. Not just hockey. There's baseball and football and soccer and all kinds of stuff. And guys, I'm telling you right now, there's a contest coming up with hopefully you like the prize. It is the biggest prize I've ever given away on the channel, and maybe releasing next week or maybe in 2 weeks from now, the announcement video, and we can go from there. But I'm pretty excited for it. And a little bit of a hint, you might want to have the Sports Templates jersey template if you don't already. That's a little hint. Okay, let's get going. I've ranked these, like I said, 31 to 1. Let's go through them in reverse order, 33 to 1. Let's do it. I put the Nashville Predators last, but there is a very big redeeming quality of this jersey. Yes, it's last, mainly due to the checkered pattern that's going on. It's too busy for me. I don't like it. And the primary color being yellow, that's the reason it's last. But the specific shade of it's almost like a steel blue that's going on in the shoulders and the striping. That is incredible. I would love to see a concept in the future using kind of that slate or steel blue with Nashville or any other team. I love that specific shade of blue, and that has a lot of potential for like a full. If you really utilize that color and did a full jersey like that, who knows? Could be good. Okay, 32. But the St. Louis Blues, and the shoulders are very bold. Very bold. They're based on the alternate concept or the reverse retro, depending on how you want to look at it. But that is definitely the combination from the alternate. But the logo in the middle, it is gray, and so it looks like it's been painted out with like clay or something. It's very awkward. The neck looks okay because that's the same color, but the logo itself and the numbers, those two together just don't work for me at all. Number 31, I put the Minnesota Wild. I don't mind the shoulders being the off-white. I actually like the striping in the front of the shoulders, but the drop shadow on the M and just the bright red with the bright green and with the cream, it just doesn't work for me in this specific sense. I think the red is too bright. I think if it was a deeper red, it would work a lot better. Next up is the San Jose Sharks. Well, I kind of like the stealth approach that the Sharks have taken with their alternate. I think this is a little bit too stealthy from Lionel here. That front primary logo, you can honestly barely see it. And the numbers are okay. I don't mind them being outlined almost in like a neon style. I don't mind even the shoulder patch. But that primary logo, it is so difficult to see on the jersey. I think it takes away from it negatively. Number 29, the New Jersey Devils. So we've gotten the reverse retro with some green. They've gotten the alternate with that white one with some green in it. So they've experimented with this, the original Devils colors. But I don't think they would go this direction and make and kind of take their home or away design and then combine it with a reverse retro a little bit. I don't think they would do this, and I'm personally not a fan of it. Number 28, the Montreal Canadiens. I'll say this. It is very different, and sometimes different is good, and here's why. If you're a jersey collector, sometimes you collect jerseys that are ridiculous, and they're not nice, and they're not pretty, and they're not well designed. They're just oddball jerseys. Like they're just a little bit off, or they're a specialty jersey or something. And that makes you like it. Like you don't like it, but it makes you like it at the same time. I'm not sure if that makes sense to anyone else, but for me it does. And that is to me that's one of those jerseys right there. That is not a great jersey in my opinion. I think it's kind of ugly. I understand the symbolism and the history and stuff, and it does make sense, but I don't personally like it. However, if this existed, like if this physically existed and Adidas produced it, I would buy it because I collect jerseys and it's unique. Number 27, I put the Carolina Hurricanes. The approach is interesting, and I think Lionel's on the right path here, combining the Hartford Whalers alternate jersey with the alternate regular jersey. But I think the Carolina Hurricanes are probably moving away from that Hartford Whalers brand. They've done it. The fans loved it. Now it's time to move on and work on their own brand internally a little bit. So I don't think this is necessarily plausible. Although I do like it, I don't think it's plausible at all. Number 26, the Florida Panthers, and I think it's the shoulders that do it for me, or that don't do it for me rather. I don't mind them individually, but I don't think they work with that red jersey. I think it almost clashes in a way. The red and the blue, because the shoulders are so colorized in with the blue, it clashes with the red. So for that reason, that's where it is. Number 25, the Vegas Golden Knights. I went back and forth on this one quite a bit. I love the fact that Lionel actually put the the gold fleck that's in there on the gold. That really helps it, brings it to life. But I kind of miss the striping on the arms a little bit. I like what he's done with the logo and outlined it in red. I think that looks really good. And I kind of like the bottom of the middle of the jersey, but I think it's the arms that I'm on the fence a little bit with. Let me know, guys, down below what you think of this one. Number 24, the Edmonton Oilers. And I think I like all of the jersey except for those shoulders. I think this jersey would look better with the all blue shoulders and kind of get away from the white. I think it clashes with the logo a little bit too much. Number 23, the Colorado Avalanche. And I usually rank them, or I guess not all videos are ranking, but when I do rank them, I usually rank the Colorado Avalanche pretty high. I like their colors. I like their brand. And it's a bit rare for me to rank them in the 20s, but I think the bottom design in this one that would replicate the mountains feels almost more like teeth, I guess, like enlarged giant teeth. And I don't know how that would meld in with the pants. Just thinking about the pants. So a rarity. I put the Colorado Avalanche in the 20s, but I find the bottom just way too distracting. The rest is quite nice. Number 22, the Dallas Stars, the team I decided to wear in this video. I think this has potential. I think that middle logo gets lost a little bit. I think if it wasn't gray and it was white instead, I would like this jersey a lot more. Specifically, the word Dallas, it being dark green on the black, it's almost impossible to see unless you see it up close. If you were looking at this jersey from far away, you would never, ever see that. So I think maybe with a couple little tweaks, this would move up my list a little bit. Number 21, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I really like the shoulder patch that's on there. That is excellent. I don't mind the classic style logo that they're using or this variation of it, but I prefer the 90s style because that's when I grew up watching hockey in the early 90s and late 90s, and that's what I'm used to. So I've always preferred that brand from Toronto. This isn't bad. I just prefer the other kind of side of the brand. Number 20, the Rangers, and I love that logo in the middle, kind of shaped like that. I like the stripe in the background being the off-white. The shoulder patches look great. The neck is fine. I'd probably change the red here. But the skyline on the bottom, and you'd think, someone who loves geography like me, New York City is my favorite city in the world. I want to see it on the jersey. But the placement of this, for me, is a little awkward because the Statue of Liberty is coming up from that, that penile region. And you don't really want to have anything protruding up from that area. So for that reason, I had to not put it in my top, well, I guess it's 20. I was going to say top 20, but you know what I mean. Number 19, the Anaheim Ducks. I was on the fence with this one as well. I kind of get like college vibes or like collegiate vibes, university. I don't know if it's the shoulder patch like kind of swaying me because a lot of those college teams just use the letters like combined or just one letter. So maybe that's where my perception is coming from a little bit. But the logo in the middle, I'm curious to hear from Ducks fans. Would you like this on the front of a Ducks jersey like this? And are you okay with those shoulder patches? I'm really curious to hear from Anaheim Ducks fans on this. Overall, I like the jersey. It is not my favorite, though, so I kind of put it mid-pack. Number 18, the Calgary Flames. I thought this had a lot of potential. I love Blasty on the shoulders. I love black being the primary color. I think the neck being that thick and white is too much. Also, the yellow. There's Lionel's jerseys here. There's a lot of clashing, I think, in the neck with the collar, and then this section here around the logo, or around the laces rather, being a different color. I always prefer those to kind of be consistent and kind of work together, and I find they're fighting here. So for that reason, I put it in 18th. Number 17, the Detroit Red Wings. And I always struggle with Detroit because I always usually rank them quite high in my initial ranking, and then when I go to do it again in my review, because that's how I do it, I always tend to put them mid-pack, and that's exactly what happened here. I had this in my top 5, and the more I thought about it, the more I thought, those tire treads in the jersey, I don't think that's realistic for Detroit. They're too classic. They're too old school. I don't think they would ever put any kind of graphic like that on their jerseys. I just don't see it. I think if that tread was removed, this would be much better, because other than that, it looks extremely old school. This looks very original 6, and I like it otherwise. So remove the tire tread, top 5 jersey. Number 16, the Washington Capitals. I don't necessarily like all those stars on the upper arm there where the numbers would usually go, and then the numbers being down below. I don't mind the numbers where they are, but I think there's too much going on right here. Interesting idea though, and I love the shoulders. The shoulders are my favorite part of the entire jersey that go in with the logo. Like that logo on the front should be boom. We need a jersey from the Capitals that has that logo on the front. Colorized like this would be perfectly. I really like the shoulders, like I said. The arms are what's missing for me. Number 15, the Chicago Blackhawks. Speaking of arms, look at these ones. Interesting to put kind of a logo or a crest on the front part of the jersey instead of the side on the front. I thought that was interesting. Not necessarily realistic, but definitely interesting. The numbers feel very small, but I kind of like this. I find this one has potential, so I kind of put it right in the middle. I think with a couple of little tweaks, this could be very good. Again, not necessarily a fan of the neck. The neck is white, but the stripes and the rest of the jersey are gray. But then the logo doesn't have any gray in it. It's just white. So a bit of confliction here with this one. Number 14, the Seattle alternate. Yes, the alternate. We have not seen the actual Seattle. This is the alternate. Okay, listen. This is a disgusting jersey, okay? No offense, Lionel. I think you did a wonderful job because it's exactly what it should be for an alternate. We know what's coming. They're definitely going to do some kind of Metropolitan-style jersey. It is definitely coming in the years to come. However, it is a gross jersey. It really is a disgusting, ugly jersey. But that's kind of why I like it. Because we don't have anything like this in the NHL. The last thing we had like this was it would have been probably either of 2 jerseys. The Montreal Canadiens Barbara Pole jersey in 2009 or whatever it was, and then that Calgary Flames Heritage Classic jersey. I think they actually played Montreal in that game. Those 2 jerseys, the Ronald McDonald one, those 2 jerseys as close as we're going to get to this, but this is coming. Like I bet money on it. Not necessarily this specifically, but this is coming. So I don't necessarily like the jersey, but I think what you've done is plausible, and I would want to collect it in my collection. So I put it in my top 15. Number 13, the Vancouver Canucks. Thought this was a really cool take at the Canucks skate brand, kind of transitioning the skate colors into the modern Orca brand. I really like the shoulder patches. I don't like the neck again, the collar, and the neck, the lace section. The Orca colorized like that, perfect. Like the stripes. Little low though. The stripes and the numbers a little low. Those would be higher. And I like the bottom of the middle of the jersey. Number 12, the Columbus Blue Jackets. If you're going to get rid of pinstriping, this is probably a good option. Look at the Ohio State flag on the bottom. I thought that was really cool. I love the fact that Lionel implemented that as well. And as well, he's got the stars on the elbows, so that was nice. The shoulder patches feel just slightly small. I think, I'm not sure if I have, actually I do it right here. The Columbus Blue Jackets shoulder patch, this is the reverse retro, but it's quite a bit bigger than it is in the template here, the concept, and I believe it's the same way on their actual home jersey. So I think just visually the shoulder patches are a little bit small on this one specifically. Number 11, I put the Boston Bruins. Very, very rarely is there a Boston Bruins jersey with brown in it that I like. This is one of those situations. I think it's because it's very subtly done. Most of the time it's a white jersey or there's no black, and instead of black we get brown. This one has black as the primary color. Brown is really the secondary or tertiary color here, and that's what makes it acceptable in my opinion. I don't like the concepts that primarily use brown as the color. This is awesome. This feels like a Winter Classic jersey. I don't think there's actually anything that I would necessarily change about this jersey other than the lace section. I think the rest is pretty good. The numbers are very small though. Number 10, the Arizona Coyotes. So this may look familiar. I think I used this in my preview video for the jerseys to come, but this is a really good combination between the reverse retro, which a lot of people loved, and the Kachina jersey, which is rumored to change. So hey, does Arizona kind of go this direction? Feed off the purple love, feed off the Kachina love, and kind of meld the two together into something like this. So I think not only is this plausible, that it is well designed for the most part. There's a couple little things I'd change, but I thought it was well done. Number 9, the Ottawa Senators. I kind of put it in the top 10 because I feel like I've seen this concept like 1,000 times, and it's really hard to screw up, and Lionel did a really good job here. So I think Ottawa probably will come up with something like this in the next 5 years as an alternate or a specialty jersey, maybe a Winter Classic or a Heritage style jersey. But I couldn't justify putting it in my top 5. Like I said, I feel like I've seen this concept 1,000 times. Number 8, the Philadelphia Flyers. What? What the hell is this? No black, no orange. We've got St. Louis Blues colors, but I love it. Like I don't know if you could do that with a lot of teams. I'm not sure if you could take the Minnesota Wild and put it into a Flyers jersey, like the Minnesota Wild colors, and make it into a Flyers jersey. I don't know if that works. But for whatever reason, for me, the St. Louis Blues colors, the blue and the yellow, look so good in that Flyers logo. Like this jersey is fantastic. I really like this jersey. I'd move the numbers up. Otherwise, interesting brand decision. I like it. Number 7, the LA Kings. So this is basically the reverse retro in a way. Changed a little bit. I like the shoulder patches. I don't like the big thick white neck up there. The striping is definitely fine. The logo is beautiful. So very close to the reverse retro. It was my favorite reverse retro. Pretty hard for me not to hate this. Number 6, the Buffalo Sabres. Again, it's pretty hard to screw up the Buffalo Sabres as well. They have an incredible brand. You got the goat head on there. You got the alternates logo on the shoulder, and simple striping along the bottom. So good job on this one, Lionel. Number 5, I put the Pittsburgh Penguins, a rare white jersey in this lot. Look at the shoulders. I thought that was so cool. I don't necessarily know if a team would actually do it, but I kind of want them to. Like that would be a really interesting thing for teams to do, is to kind of beef up the shoulders. Don't just put a patch on there. Kind of liven it up and add a little bit more elements on there, some striping. So we'll see if that happens in the future. Interesting combination between a couple of logos in the middle. Very clean jersey. I think the numbers are too low. Number 4, the Seattle Kraken. So this was his official concept. I think it's great. It's a little clashy between the teal and the blue, but it is exactly what you would probably expect from the Seattle Kraken or a Seattle team in general. Maybe not specifically the Kraken, but a Seattle team. The color is that city, and brands that already exist in that city are already used to this teal or this shade of green, whatever you want to call it, shade of blue, whatever, aqua, call it whatever you want. They're already used to it, so it works. So very nice jersey, and I love the fact that the logo has the actual logo in and around the alternate logo. I think that, yeah. I don't know if it's exactly the same as their alternate logo, but it's pretty close. I'm not sure if Lionel did that or not, or if he found it online, but whoever did that, good job. Number 3, it is the Tampa Bay Lightning. So we did see this jersey in a previous video, that jersey preview one that I was doing. It is not my favorite Tampa Bay Lightning concept that I've seen, but I definitely like the approach that was taken here. The little bit of a yellow accent around the shoulder area and the bolts coming down, I think was a good decision. I don't know if I can say the same thing for the middle logo. I think it's too light of a shade around the white Tampa Bay. It makes it a little hard to read. I don't mind it so much on the actual logo, but the Tampa Bay part, I prefer that not to have the yellow. Just thought it was a really interesting decision, and thought it deserved to be in the top 3. Number 2, the New York Islanders. Have never really been a fan of that logo in the middle, but I like it colorized like that. We've got some fisherman vibes going on here along the bottom with the waves. The actual fisherman logo is on the shoulders. So is that the compromise, Islanders fans? Is that the compromise we're going to get? All the fans who really want the fisherman to come back, like me, and then all Islanders fans, not all the Islanders fans, but a large group of the Islanders fans who hate the fisherman and never want to see it come back. Is this the compromise? Do we put something else in the middle and put the fisherman on the shoulder where it's, you know, the secondary element and people can kind of ignore it a little bit? Is this it? It might be. Good job, Lionel. Number 1, this was easy for me, actually. The Winnipeg Jets. This is a beautiful jersey. It is incredibly clean. Shout out to the RAF kind of on the shoulders there. The neck is perfect. The logo is perfect. The colors are perfect. This is fantastic. I would love to see the Jets come up with this. Easily number 1 for me. So Lionel, thanks so much for sending those in. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys having an awesome day. And if you're new, we love it if you can hit the subscribe button down below. If you did like this video, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys for more videos coming in the next couple of days into next week, but especially next Friday for more jersey concepts. Adios.